Hello, my beautiful crafty friends. Welcome to AlwaysForever Creations. If you are new here, welcome. I am so happy you are here. In today's video, I'm going to be making Mother's Day cards and Father's Day cards. I've had this idea for many years now, but I haven't fully thought through it. Therefore, I never made them. So I guess this is the year, but I'm going to make a puzzle and then send a piece of that puzzle to each of our parents. So when it comes to Mother's Day and Father's Day, I send cards to mine and my husband's our parents. I don't send like one to my brother who's a father, or my husband's sister, anything like that. So I have my dad and stepmom, my stepdad, and my grandparents, and then my husband has his mom and stepdad and his dad and stepmom. So I tend to send out quite a few Mother's Day and Father's Day cards. But I don't think our situation is uncommon. My kids love it because they literally have 5 sets of grandparents. Well, 4 sets of grandparents and then a great grandparent. Unfortunately, my husband's grandparents have passed away. But my idea was to create like a pretty background from white paper, which I don't have a 12 by 12. I have just plain white paper. I don't know that I want to go buy one, but I'm going to try using this. If it doesn't work, then I'll just go buy a white 12 by 12. So yeah, I just wanted to create a background with a bunch of pretty colors and then cut it into puzzle pieces, basically. And then on the puzzle piece, there'll be a sentiment that says every piece is important, Happy Mother's Day and or Happy Father's Day type thing. But here is the color palette I have chose. Hopefully it works because some of these are not even open yet. So hopefully they will go well together. Sorry. I'm also not sure how dipping a 12 by 12 on this 8 by 11 mat is going to go, so we will see. I hope this comes out pretty. I hope it looks like it looks in my head. I could just get what I'm thinking. I could just buy a 12 by 12 sheet. I'm sure there's like a watery color design piece of paper somewhere out there that I could buy and just cut up, but that's no fun. That's what I used to do though, because I always had a hard time making what I didn't know how to make what I was thinking in my head, so I tried to go find it in a paper at the craft store. All right, I'm just trying to add color. I'm not doing a good job. I guess I'm not really giving myself enough room. Okay, these were all in frame here. Okay, let's see, get some water and we'll do our first dip. Here we go. Ooh, it's kind of cool. Not what I was thinking, but kind of cool. Okay, I don't have a heat tool yet. I have a heat gun. All right, not a lot of pink. I don't think this is dry yet. Okay, I was saying there's not a lot of pink. I think it's not a bright pink, so it's hard to see, but look at, I somehow created this color. Or is that my blue? Oh, just kidding. That's my blue, because this is the purpley shade that I used. Okay, so we need some pink. I think I want a little, I'm not sure. I feel like I should kind of just leave it as is. Let's see if I can get this blue to activate a little bit more. Doesn't look like it. Okay. All right, I think I'm gonna leave it at that. I also had a thought of like doing stencil work, but I'm not sure. I think this is pretty. It will make a nice background for the card, which there's not going to be much on the card, so they're going to be 4x4 pieces because I need 9 of them if I'm counting correctly. So it works out perfectly for 12x12. So, but that is where I'm going to stop. I'm going to let this dry, and then when we come back, I'm going to figure out how to cut this out. I think I need to go get a specific tool to kind of help me with that. And yeah, we will reconvene in the morning, which is 24 hours from now, unless I can get here tonight. I just need to stop talking. Okay. We'll see you guys in 1 moment. This is dry. And I am aware that I am relying very heavily on the pattern on the background because I did not manipulate this a lot. Like, this would be very scarce if this was just a white page like I wanted it to be, but that is the way it's gonna stay. I have printed out little sentiments that says every piece is important. This is just copy paper, so I should probably print it on heavier paper, but I'm also not sure if I want to keep it white or change, like do some inking and then print. So we'll have to wait and see on that. And I also, it took me 3 sheets to do it, but I also die cut sentiments from the Cricut, and as always, I will leave those numbers down below. And that is the Father's Day one. Okay, now for the very long and tedious part of this process. I got this fancy little tool, and this is the swivel one. They have one that it's like this kind of shape where you put your finger through it. I'm not sure. This way. but I don't think the blade actually swivels. It's just a stationary blade. So there are two different ones of that. And this is my template to kind of get these types of pieces uniform. Cutting this out is going to be difficult because both sides of what you're cutting out needs to be nicely cut. Like you can't just like cut into one to make the other one look nicer. Like you could do if you're fussy cutting something, if that makes sense. Sorry, I am yawning. Okay, and I did practice just a little bit, and while this is going to be a very slow process, it was pretty easy to follow the line that I had made. Obviously I did not go very far, but like I said, it kind of took a long time to do that. So, but if you can kind of see like this little piece that I missed here, I can't go back and fix that, otherwise it's not going to fit into the next one. Now, are the parents going to be putting all their cards together to see if they line up? No, they won't be doing that, but I'll know. So those are just little things that I need to be mindful of. And I am going to work on the back side. There's still glitter. There's still glitter everywhere. Okay. Ruler. Oh, you know what? Should I get let me get my big ruler for this part. My big quilting ruler, because this will make it very easy. So first, hold on. First, I am going to line this up. It's hard to see. Okay, line this up, and I'm going to use a pencil, if I can find one. And I'm going to make my 9 4x4 squares. Yes. So it has been a couple days actually since I started these cards. This week was just a very unexpected week of events. My son got an ear infection. Am I on the right? I think I am. My son got an ear infection. So Tuesday morning I went and picked him up from school early to bring him to the doctor so he could go get his medicine for that. And then on Wednesday, my brother was here sewing, and he dropped scissors and went to catch them. And he got a small gash in the middle of his hand. And they're these scissors, but newer and sharper, like they're only used on thread, sharp. So that was, he kind of went into like a mild shock almost. Like we got him bandaged up and he was doing fine, and then all of a sudden he was like dizzy and lightheaded and needed to go sit down, and he actually fell asleep for 20 minutes, and then I ended up just taking him home. Okay, now we have our 4x4 squares. But the poor kid, I felt so bad for him. Okay. So how do I want to do this? It doesn't really matter too much, right? I just need to make some notches in some of them, and I want to make sure like I have a good amount of space for sentiments to be able to kind of like sit on part of the card. Yawning, sorry. I'm gonna try not to overthink this. And I think I like this wider kind of shape, so I'm gonna use this one rather than this one. So that is what I'm gonna do. I don't even think I want them all like directly in the center either. So yeah, that was my week. And I don't know, also on Wednesday, after I had taken my brother home, my son proceeded to throw a temper tantrum for 2 hours. I don't know what was going on that day, but everybody was just a little bit off. And then, do these look too, no, I'm not gonna, I was gonna say, do these look too small? But we're just gonna leave them as is. I think these are gonna be cute. Just a little time consuming. I'm gonna make the middle one. The middle one, oh, okay. So the middle one will go 2 in and 2 out, yeah? Okay. So how are all of you doing? I hope all is well. Did I already ask that? I don't know. Again, it's been a couple of days since I last filmed. I have to get my brother's birthday card going too. He's turning 21 and I have no idea what to do for him. He doesn't really want anything. My thought was maybe getting like a Dave & Buster's gift card, because he has a friend who is moving back after college. She's been living in like Ohio, so now she's moving back. And yeah, he is very excited. So I thought maybe you could get them something fun to do together. But beyond that, I really don't know what else to get him. He's not like super interested in drinking or anything. It sounds like he's gonna go out to well, they're going to Buffalo Wild Wings, so not really full bar, but he's going to go out with some coworkers over the weekend. But yeah, he's not gonna, I don't think he's gonna be someone who is gonna have a beer after work or anything like that on a normal basis. So I don't think he really wants a bottle of alcohol or anything like that either. How am I supposed, I always forget how you're supposed to put your finger in this. So we'll kind of show you how this works, but I'll probably turn on a TV show and go through and do this, because I think this is going to take a very long time to do. And, oh gosh, I need it close to me. And for the straight parts, maybe I should use my ruler. That could potentially make it faster. Okay, so I'm just gonna use this to go around the curvy parts. But it is surprisingly pretty easy to follow your line. And I'm not putting a lot of pressure to where like it's hard to move. Just my point is I'm not like pressing really, really hard, but it is still cutting through. So it is a very sharp blade. So let's get at least one cut out together, and then I'll do the rest kind of off screen. But I guess this is kind of like how a Cricut blade kind of works. I do think you still have to like constantly stop and move your paper to keep it comfortable, so you know, do a good job with your cuts. Okay, and then I think for the rest, I can use a craft knife and a straight edge. Might even be able to use a paper trimmer if you feel confident with that. Oh gosh, I'm not sure where to stop because I can't actually see. Okay, are we close? Oh yeah, maybe, oh no, maybe just using this is better to follow your line. Okay, we're not cut all the way through there. Okay, I might be able to clean that up a little bit. Okay, now this side. I don't think this would like being pressed up against the metal. Yep, like I said, this is gonna take a long time. This way, there we go. Okay, yikes. Right. Can't see like what's been cut and what hasn't. Okay. Okay. Almost there, hanging on by a thread. Why are we hanging on by a thread? Let go. There we go. Okay. And there is our puzzle piece. Yay! I do like the rounded corners that this has, but if you round the corners, then it doesn't fit back together. You would have holes in the puzzle. Huh. Yeah, I'm not sure what to do about that. Again, not that it matters, they're not doing the puzzle, so. Okay, we'll worry about that later. Alrighty, well, that is what I'm going to be doing for the next however many hours. I'm gonna turn on my Ghost Adventures and get this going. I might ink them. Maybe just like in something light, like Lost Shadow or something. I might do that. But then I will be back once these are all cut out. Yay! Okay, so I went around the edge. I started going around with pumice stone, but I decided I wanted more color on these, so I did some of them in picked raspberry and some of them in peacock feathers, and these are both inks from the Distress Ranger line by Tim Holtz. Before I cut these up, I wanted to spray them with some mica spray, but I forgot. So to get some shine on this card, I'm going to spray the piece that will have the sentiment printed on it. So I'm going to use the Distress mica spray, and this is brushed pewter. Maybe. Okay, nothing's coming out. All right, brushed pewter wasn't wanting to work, so let's try antique bronze. Oh, there it goes. And I am spraying the whole page because why not? And this has to dry and then I will print. All right, we are almost done. I'm going to make a Mother's Day card and then the Father's Day card because they're all going to be the same. Just so you guys can see the finish project. This is like a label punch. I got it at a garage sale. And I'm just going to eyeball and punch these out. These did not come out how I was expecting. The sentiment pieces, but one of my sprays was not working. Okay. I do wish I could stiffen these up a little bit and hide the backs, but I don't know that I want to trace every piece out again, try to cut it out and then glue it together because it's not going to cut out perfectly. And I can't glue this on something and get my scissors in here to cut it out, which is such a bummer. But I might do like sections. Maybe I can do little collages or something, at least in these areas, to give it an intentionally messy look. I don't know. But that is something I'm going to have to think about. But it can stay like this because, again, it's a card. Cards don't have to function long. But I do know my mother-in-law who lives here in Arizona, she does keep all the cards I make. I don't know if she keeps the thank you cards, but she definitely keeps like all the birthday cards and Mother's Day cards that I make her. And I think she keeps all the Christmas cards too. So my thinking is that these would kind of go up in the corner. Are they hard to read? They're hard to read in the light. Maybe I should have bolded the text. Or maybe I should just leave the paper white. Oh, now I'm second guessing myself. Okay, I do have some white pieces somewhere. Let's compare. Shh. Need one of those, need one of those. This was like my test. You know what? I think I'm just gonna leave it the white. Because these are hard to read. Okay. And this is just on copy paper, but I think that's okay too. I think I'm gonna try to pop those up and put them fully on the card. So, is this too thick? Nope, that is perfect. I know where my scissors are today. Okay. Carefully put this on. So I will be honest, this is like the third day I am working on these. It should not take 3 days. It just takes me that long because of filming, and I can only film at certain times, and I just, because things had to dry, and what happened yesterday? Well, it took a while to get these all cut out, filed, inked. I mean, you guys only saw a little bit of that. And then, yeah, waiting for that sheet to dry. So I probably, if I didn't do the spray, I probably definitely would have finished these yesterday. But that's okay. We're here. They're almost done. They will get done today. Since I only have to film the 2, the rest I can just make on my own after I'm done with all my other work today. Because now it is Monday. And then this will just kind of hang out down here. I guess I can go fully on the card-ish, higher up on the card. Cute. I like it. Get some glue. So when I made like my stencil puzzle piece, I didn't think about this on like in how I was going to be making these. Where did that piece go? I just had it. There it is. So I made this 4 inches, but it's 4 inches from here to here, where on my pages, I had a whole square 4 inches, and these pieces were kind of cutting into the other pieces. Sorry, I said pieces a lot in that sentence. So when I was creating my sentiments, I was basing it off of this piece that I had created in the Cricut software. So I actually had more room to work with than I had thought. Alrighty, now just glue this on and they are done. Unless I want to do something to the back. Okay. I really like the black on all the soft colors. It really pops nicely. And now I'm ahead for Father's Day. And as long as I can get these in the mail today, I'm not behind for Mother's Day. Yay! I do like this one a little bit more because I was able to get this cut out of like thicker paper, so it has a little bit more dimension. The Mother's Day was not having it. I had to move to a thinner paper, but it cut nice, so I'm just glad I got something cut. Alrighty, these are all done. Now I'm gonna go make some coffee. Okay, that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you feel inspired and motivated and you get some good crafting time in today. If you are new and you're still here, I hope you will consider subscribing. I really appreciate it. Thank you again. Let's get together again soon.